Let's see what we got. What happened to Lil Baby? I ain't lying, bro. His downfall has been crazy. Now he did still put out little verses, features with people and shit like that, but this ain't the Baby we remember. Like when Baby was coming up, his era was, boy, he couldn't be touched. Like they was comparing him to Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? And it was nice. And the crazy part, he's doing the same shit he been doing. It's just that it's just not working no more. It's like the facade, pull that wool over the cover over the wool, and it's like, I don't know. It's starting to sound the same. The mumbling, it's like he got a different engineer or something. Ever since they fell out with Gunna, it just ain't been the same. But I really don't know what happened to him. Could be the beef with academics that started all this shit or something. But let's see.
Excuse me, sir. I'm Ziv, the watch guy.
No.
I absolutely love your style, man.
No.
Is that the AP rose gold? Oh, whoa! The scale. Can you share with our viewers what you do for a living?
This day video that's blurry like this.
I rob. What you do? What advice do you have for other robbers out there?
Don't get caught.
According to police, officers responded to reports of a shooting following an argument that started inside of a business. No arrests have been made. A suspect has not been identified.
I don't remember
Of course,
that.
4 Pockets Full had to come to an end.
Why you say of course?
Don't call your label the same thing you call your crew or your homeboys who grew up together. Because the way they trying to set
Learning
it
at
up
the
as a system,
hallway.
they going to try to use it as a game.
I'll still never forgive the people back in 2020 who were saying that Lil Baby was about to be the next Lil Wayne.
I just said that
denying
too.
That back
I
in
mean, at that time, he couldn't miss. That nigga couldn't miss. He was dropping them bitches. The voice was sounding like it because of the lean, like the whining, all that shit was. You know what I'm saying? But Wayne could never be touched. So I don't know why they compared him to Wayne. They could have compared him to like Wayne Underlink, to like fucking, I don't know. He should have been compared to Thug or somebody, but Wayne was a stretch.
2019, as we were making the turn into this new decade, very few rappers seem to have as much promise as someone like Lil Baby. He had the hits, the grit, every factor that was it. Lil Baby had it. By the way, that's all the rhyming you're getting in this video, lobbies and gentlegrams. I'm in my fall off era, alright? J. Cole, he kind of inspired me to stop rhyming. So in honor of him and the fall off,
J. Cole ain't rhyming that album?
the rhyming intros for the time being. Comment if you want them back or if you're happy that they're gone.
I study
Rapaholics.
for a living.
Now I say all this to say about Lil Baby, he's found himself in some very
Well,
weird...
fuck, it happens to the best of them. Look at Drake, and Baby downfall was before Drake, so to see Baby fall off, and then the biggest of the biggest, which is Drake, start happening to him, and it show you that it was really all a label thing, because if the label want to, they could still push you and still make you look like the biggest, but when you fall out with the label, they stop pushing you, they stop making you seem like the nigga that they built you up to be, and now it's up to you to do it. And then he started doing all these little streams and stuff like that, and it just wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? Going on Aiden stream and like scamming people on there. Like it started getting bad. When the label not pushing you, you gotta start doing it your own, and that shit was not working for him. It's like, nah, you should have did the Playboy card and stay mysterious or something like that.
situations, to say the least, especially over the last few months. And recently, over the Super Bowl weekend, things really took a turn for the worse that could leave Lil Baby in a position far worse than just simply quote-unquote falling off.
I think we liked him better when he was just more grimy and like just straight from the streets. Once niggas start getting that money, they start changing. They start thinking they bigger than the program. They buying all this jewelry and funny clothes, hanging around these weird people, and it's like, man, that ain't what we know you for. You know what I'm saying? Even though, people gotta grow, which we understand, but it's just like, I don't know, man. Try to stick to your roots a little bit, or a little bit longer. Like he changed over 2 years.
Right? I mean,
First 2 years he went to changing.
8 years ago,
that money
the
would do that to
replies
you.
to a picture like this, Quavo, Travis, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, the world would have been begging for this collaboration. But in 2026, it's almost like we would pay them to not link up with each other on a record. Or as this person puts it,
So that's new.
nowadays they're just known
That
as the
picture new?
government mandated features, right? And if you guys know me, you know I'd
See,
rather
Baby
sit
trying
here
to
and
go
talk
back to his old hairstyles, all like, remember he cut the dreads off, went braid, like everything. It just wasn't working.
about the music.
The
But
rebrand
with
he was
this
trying
Lil
to
Baby
do,
situation,
trying to separate itself from 4PF.
It stretches far beyond the music, but just to catch you guys up to speed in terms of why Lil Baby was compared to Lil Wayne in the first place and what ended up going wrong. Essentially, in 2018, him and Gunna as a duo are unstoppable. Again, nowadays they'd be the government mandated features, but Gunna, in 2018, they were the trap music version of Michael Jackson and Prince. Huh? Gunna is allegedly ghostwriting for Lil Baby, but whether he was or wasn't, Lil Baby really flourished on his own.
Baby said it himself. He said Gunna wrote his first raps, helped him how to rap, find his flow, all type of shit. So I do understand how with Gunna being gone, it looks a little funny, sound a little funny. Just things ain't the same no more. Same for Thug. You hear me? Without Gunna, these niggas just lost out shit.
Actually, by 2020, this is like when he starts hitting his peak. Right before the COVID pandemic, he drops his album.
And it's crazy. A lot of these niggas only popped off because of COVID and people was in the house and had to listen to him and pay attention.
My Turn. And I want you guys to like go back to this time. What a weird...
And it be seeming like it was so long ago and like COVID was just 2019, but you be thinking, I'm like, damn, you think Baby been out or he been doing like, nah, these people had just started popping for
time
COVID.
This was. You had Roddy Ricch, Da Baby, Lil Baby, all at the top of the game. You had these up-and-comers like Lil TJ, Pop Smoke, the guy who sung the song Blueberry Faygo. Even Tory Lanez was about to like hit the highest level he had reached in the mainstream at this point in time, right before the pandemic. And it seems like all of them kind of had their own separate pitfalls, whatever the case is. But the COVID pandemic really cut the lights off for that entire generation that was on top of the world at this period of time.
So he was out a little bit before
the leader
COVID
of this class, 1000%.
I'm always right. What you know about us? I'm bad bitch, she do it, I say so. From the top, make it drop. I'm the juice. Brand new Lamborghini, a cop car.
That's what 2020
I forgot
was
Polo
sounding
G2.
like.
It's like literally every massive rapper that you could think of that was like an up-and-comer in 2020 that seemed like they were about to dominate for the next decade. They're nowhere to be found at this point. It's kind of crazy. And Lil Baby was not exempt.
And the crazy part, Da Baby made a big ass comeback because when he was falling off, you thought that was it for him. But you know, he started crawling back up to where it's like, all right, at least he could stay face, he could start back doing shows again. But when that shit happened with Da Baby, man, it made it hard to see that boy on any platform. Like he was blackballed for real. So he actually more seen and visible now than Lil Baby and the rest of them niggas who was on that list.
To that fate.
Tell you that.
All right. People were waiting like fiends, itching for another hit of dope for this new Lil Baby album. And it took him 2 years from My Turn in 2020 to the next one that came out in 2022. I don't even personally remember the name of it. And I'm going off.
So when you take so long to drop the album and people anticipating it and then that bitch just flop, it's like, well, before it even flop, we expecting it anticipating it for so long, and then by the time it come, we got all type of complaints. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened with the Drake shit.
Top of the dome right now, so I'm not going to look it up. The
I
album
didn't know
was
this video was 50
mediocre,
minutes long.
Basically, like recycled flows, monotone delivery, production we've heard a million times before, government mandated features and producers. It was like the equivalent to like, you know, when you leave a bag of chips out, but you don't like tie up the bag so they kind of lose their crunch. That's what this album was. But because Lil Baby had reached such high success in 2020.
Same shit happened with Polo G. And I only bring up Polo G because I'm looking at all these jewelry that Baby got on. I just remember Polo G was going crazy with buying so much jewelry when he was at the top of the world. When these niggas should be saving that money because this shit don't last forever. So you go to buying all these houses, niggas got 13, 15 cars, and then your momentum slow down, and now it's like you stuck with a lot of bills, you know what I'm saying? And then you talking about you can't go work a regular job because you're famous, but hey, you got to do something. So instead of buying all that cars and jewelry and all that shit, you should be investing in stocks and just buying real estate shit that could help you in the future, you know what I'm saying? For when the music fall off, you got some shit to land on. Like nigga be looking at like Ross, you hear me? Like Ross, I'm like, how is he so rich? I know he didn't make all this money from the music game. He probably made a few million, but you gotta take the millions and put it back into, you know what I'm saying, your craft. Like I just seen Vlad talk about it. And Vlad was just saying, like, he was like, shit, the millions that I made off Vlad TV, I took some of that and I put it in the stocks, and now my stocks portfolio is worth way more than his the whole estate of Vlad, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what a lot of people be doing. YouTubers, rappers, a lot of people. The people who y'all think are so rich And they probably all rich, but and I learned that from like Mr. Organic, Tall Guy, people like that. People who you just think, oh, they got rich off YouTube, they got rich off social media. No, they got some money off social media, and they took that money, put it in stocks, bitcoins, crypto, and all that shit. Especially during that time, when COVID and crypto was going up, and boom, 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 it made a lot of people a millionaires. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't put it out at the right time, a lot of people lost money. But if you kept it in there, a lot of people made a lot of money. I'm talking about millions.
He was still riding that momentum by the time this project dropped, so it didn't do bad per se, and he was able to kind of hide the fact that he had fallen off by the massive first week sales that he had for that project. See, this is 2022, right? People are again waiting like crazy for this new Lil Baby album, so even if it was pretty crappy, the hype was through the roof, so it still sold well.
Usually full of bangers, but I don't feel like that was the case today, bro.
He did not have much to say when you're looking at this album.
This is one of my most anticipated records of the year. Unfortunately, it's 22 tracks. We're at that stage of the album.
22 tracks on?
Doing.
You know, niggas don't do shit like that no more. That's back in the day, like my era, like way before Baby era, when niggas doing 18 songs, 21 songs, however many songs could fit on the CD. That's how many songs I was dropping on my shit.
If I gotta be on this trip with Lil Baby, I want to go home. Getting walked in on masturbating would be less embarrassing than making this song and putting it out. I'm just 100% honest with you. This is one of his worst songs.
It wasn't atrocious enough like, you know, The Big Day by Chance the
Now
Rapper.
he got a
Carter
few of
6
them. At that time, he couldn't miss. But now he got a few songs that nigga just like, all right.
Lil Wayne, where we could, you know, all unanimously agree, like, okay, this is like crazy levels of bad. No, it was just mid. You know, it wasn't like clumpy expired milk. It was just stale chips. Still edible, just not enjoyable. But one thing Lil Baby did on that album that was kind of interesting, maybe the wrong move, maybe the right move, depending on who you ask, is he actually had two different sets of bars aimed at DJ Snackademics. Big Mac Snacka Henny Hogging Dem.
So maybe it was the academic beef that
those three Big Macs are for me.
Those 3 Big Macs are for him, and 2 shots on Lil Baby's album were also for him. And Academics was not happy about this. He started threatening that the next 180 days would be a marathon of him roasting Lil Baby live on stream.
It was.
He starts
Academics
taunting the fact
crazy
that
on
Lil
Baby.
Baby's friend, Young Thug, had just gotten locked up on a RICO, and the government was looking at Lil Baby's crew, 4PF, as runners-up for a...
That was the main reason why he fell off. The 4PF shit, trying to disattach himself from it. Thug going to jail. They saying Baby was next. He was like, man, let me fall back a little bit.
Come and put that RICO on me. Don't be running from me. Get the lawyer, spend the money on it. Get whatever from me. Put 6 figures in your
That
commissary. I do real shit. I drop facts in the interrogation room. They'll make me sign a pink slip. I got a remix for y'all niggas. I'm like, come and put that RICO on me. Don't be running from it.
Academics really may not have been lying here, and I hope he was, but we've seen various reports on Lil Baby's collective 4PF being under hot water. Just last year, my mixtapes. No, I would not say they're a credible source, but it was kind of odd. They tweeted out this. Lil Baby's 4PF is described by police as a criminal street gang allegedly responsible for multiple deaths, according to an arrest warrant from Atlanta police.
Which I heard was true and real facts, and Baby knew it's true. That's why he was trying to distance himself, trying to separate. He knew his crew was wild.
He calls up WAC 100, and they're discussing how Lil Baby, over the last few years, really ever since that album I was telling you guys about that didn't do so well, that wasn't so good, he started moving a little differently, a lot more in silence. And it's possible.
Thug got locked up, he started moving different. Since they started investigating 4PF for a RICO, he started moving different.
That wasn't just because the reception to his album was poor, so he needed to kind of go back to the drawing board, step out of the public light, and restructure things. No, there might have been a deeper reason for that.
Who was very accurate on predicting that YSL was going to get indicted in the RICO. He's an Atlanta journalist, certified. He's really good. He's came out and he said that the Atlanta Public Defenders Council, like the office, they're basically
who was the first person to break the story?
Their specialized unit for Georgia's Public Defender's Office, the one the unit that specializes on gang cases, says the office is actively preparing for a racketeering indictment on the 4PF and OMF case. Now, I don't know what OMF is.
I'm about to say, I ain't never heard of OMF.
He expects Lil Baby to be indicted, among others. Again, this is coming out, and I want to be clear because some people, they're gonna think that me and Baby, we don't got nothing. Like, I feel like Baby he been on like a Dirk mission recently. Like, what I mean, he been doing Architect Digest. Like, he been trying to give us.
Speaking of Dirk, yep, same shit was happening with Dirk. He was trying to rebrand himself and still get caught up. Still got the RICO.
Every single reason to appear or kind of look like, he don't look like he's close to any of that.
Because that was never his intentions.
Now, what Snacka Diddler is referring to here is actually an Atlanta journalist by the name of George Chitty. And he published an article in the Atlanta Objective on March 31st, 2025, so almost a year ago, that said that Lil Baby and other members of the criminal organization, allegedly OMF, Only My Family, and
they got Dirk before they got Baby.
And 4PF, which is Lil Baby's collective, 4 Pockets Full, are likely to be indicted over RICO charges. According to this guy, George Chitty, who academics said had predicted the YSL RICO months before it actually happened, George had said that Sean Hoover, who's the manager at the Georgia Public Defenders Council's specialized unit for gang cases, he's actively preparing for a racketeering indictment on both these two street gangs, Lil Baby's included, and expects Lil Baby to be indicted with others. And they allegedly started preparing this RICO case after the death of, sorry for mispronouncing this name, Keontae Davis, who had lost his life just 2 days prior to this article being published on March 28th, 2025. And he was actually a co-defendant as well in a murder trial back in 2022. And this is allegedly all part of a long-running street gang war between members of 4PF and the other gang, OMF. Now, Lil Baby had started 4PF back in 2017. This is the name of his record label, right? He actually had a lot of success with it, signing artists like Rilo Rodriguez and 42 Doug.
I sure was about to say, I don't remember who the fuck ever signed the Baby, but I forgot he did have Doug.
But in 2023, he actually stripped the name 4PF, changed it, and his reason for in 2023, he actually stripped the name 4PF, changed it, and his reason for that was he didn't want to be responsible for the actions of other individuals. I mean, as you saw with the YSL trial, right?
That nigga like shit. I ain't so when some gangster shit pop up and some street shit and they talking about the 4PF did that in the street, he like, nigga, I ain't 4PF ain't my label. My label is such and such. You know what I'm saying?
Young Thug had a real record label called YSL, where artists like Gunna were signed to. The government treated that label like a criminal enterprise, saying that the label was just a front for the street organization that was behind it, that went by the same name, YSL.
That was stupid.
I just don't got my twin, bro. I don't got my friends, bro. I'm just up, bro. That
nigga hurt.
Nigga who I be with every day, I don't got him no more, bro. I don't know what to do, bro. Like, and I ain't lose no nigga to a tragic, or now I lost a nigga to betrayal, bro.
And they're allegedly saying that Lil Baby's 4PF was operating on a similar dynamic. In an interview, Lil Baby had said, coming into the industry, he didn't realize that if he just made, all his friends or whoever 4PF, like if they weren't strictly just artists and he just kind of had all his friends on his team, they were all 4PF, then he would directly be responsible for any of their actions. If they commit a crime, prosecutors could look at his organization, 4PF, as the enterprise funding the crime and Lil Baby as the ringleader. Even if Lil Baby...
he was young when he came in the game, and plus, before the Thug thing, you never really, had Bobby Smurda. So I about to say you never really synced it happen like that, so you're not expecting it like, man, they gonna give me nigga whole RICO. Yeah, this shit is real.
Had nothing to do with it, just because these people were associated to his label. So he changed the name. Definitely a smart decision.
Forgot what he changed it to.
To glass ceiling.
Glass window.
Glass window. And it's obviously can't be with. What's the difference?
Can't be with is a way of life.
Right.
It's not a label. It's not
right,
nothing. It's not a nothing. It's a way of life. You know what I'm saying? If you're on your shit, like, you can't f me. Of course, 4 Pockets Full had to come to an end.
Why you say of course?
Because all the shit that be going on and shit. And I had to start learning that other people's actions I could be held accountable for.
Right.
I ain't know all that at first. You know what I'm saying? I never would have.
And out the whole beef thing, why Drake and Lil Baby ain't been fucking with each other? Like, I don't know, what was they fall off about? Why Drake and start just making more songs with the people who was fucking with him? You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard Lil Baby talk down on Drake, so why you wasn't fucking with dude?
Went that route, but I ain't know. Now that I know, I'd be a fool to just keep the same thing going. They trying to make something out of something that it ain't.
Right.
Like, if I got any kind of control of, hey, we gonna switch that whole thing up. It ain't even just about the police. It's just Period. I never was supposed to make my label something that I talk about. Don't call your label the same thing you call your crew or you and your homeboys who grew up together. Because the way they trying to set it up as a system, they're going to try to use it as a game.
Now, this is in around 2023, 2024, where he changes the name. You know, he's trying to disassociate from 4PF. And the reason why he might have been doing this is because a year prior, when Lil Baby had released that dud of an album, at the same time, he had two of his artists, Day Day and Dirty Tay. Both of them were charged with unaliving two kids, two children.
Damn.
Day Day had been charged with beating six.
Yeah, I think this is the one. This was the charge that scared the shit out of him.
To their passing, and Dirty Tay had hit a 3-year-old with a firearm during a drive-by. At the time, there wasn't much reported on it, but there's certain articles that detailed the situation, saying Atlanta police said Kentavious Wright, Dirty Tay, was arrested on August 19th on charges of criminal attempt to commit murder, criminal street gang participation, aggravated assault, aggravated battery, and cruelty to children. Police said a Kia pulled up next to another car around 4 p.m. on August 3rd on Peter Street, and someone opened fire on the passenger seat. The 3-year-old was struck, who was riding in the backseat in the head.
So you didn't
the
even
child was
get
taken to
the
the
person who he was trying to shoot at. He just shot the 3-year-old and that was it.
Hospital in critical condition. Absolutely disgusting. And I'm obviously not saying Lil Baby had anything to do with this, but he did have actual collaborations with this guy. This was his artist. And in 2024, police had said that the cowardly action...
Signed all street niggas out. I bet after that and the Gucci situation, the Thug situation, these niggas learn. It's about to be nothing but squares and drakes in a game. Guaranteed.
...of Lil Baby while he was shooting a music video were what started the chain of events that led to 2 other innocent children being unalived.
See, this the one I heard about. I heard about that one. The video shoot, kids got shot, then they blame Baby for it.
According to Atlanta PD's violent crime interdiction section, there was a shooting at an Atlanta rapper's music video shoot, which led to 2 boys losing their lives, and the shooting was over a gang war. They said the cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go into a rival gang stronghold in a place he knew he shouldn't have been. Again, Lil Baby had denied knowing anything about this, but ultimately just a person of this stature should
but that ain't
probably
something you gonna admit to. Like, yeah, I knew that was my ops hood, and nigga knew, but nigga ain't knew it was gonna go
not
down
be
like that.
in environments where something like this could even happen, right?
It's crazy how old school this video seemed now, and this shit was just a few years ago, but it bitch seemed like old school on
this
some
could
shit.
even happen, right? Now, things get weirder, but not in the way you would think, all right? So you guys have probably all seen the infamous pictures of Lil Baby cuddling up at white parties.
See, that's what did it for me right there. You hear me? Same thing with Meek. When I seen them boys had Meek hopping around like a bunny and shit with that outfit, I'm like, man, I couldn't even fuck with Meek after that. So I guess it was the same thing with this. When this shit happened, it was like, it's fucked over Baby image. And then he tried to go explaining it and shit, made it worse. But
that, for whatever reason, was a bigger topic of conversation than a lot of the music Lil Baby has put out over the last 3 or 4 years. But another story that went almost under the radar was one involving him and this OF lady, which was very strange. So she goes by O Senpai, I believe. She was in the news for having really violent, dramatic fights with her ex-boyfriend. And for whatever reason, Lil Baby wants to get involved with her, and she leaks what's allegedly
like, shit, you trash, let me have her. You hear me? Let me pick that up.
An entire conversation.
I heard he liked the trick. He liked to spend whatever on a bitch.
In between the two, and the conversation's crazy, you guys, all right? So as you can see, Lil Baby is the gray text bubbles.
Bad.
She's the blue. I mean, he's spamming her already. Like, nice. You know, let me know if something went wrong. I'm in Orlando. Sure. I can't find you. He says, on the way to your house, I'm going to show you crazy. Because again, like, this is around the time where she's in the news for, you know, jumping on her boyfriend's car, breaking the car, whatever the case is, a lot of craziness. So he's
Why
saying,
was she in the news for that? Like, was she already famous? Like, I know she do OF, but like for them to put it out there, like she's somebody famous, like,
I'm gonna show you who you what's really crazy. She messages him back. You must have the wrong woman. Stop being crazy. You're not in Orlando. She's probably like starstruck at this point, right? This isn't like, you know, some massively famous model. But here you got Lil Baby in her DMs, and he's saying things like, you know, I'm 25 minutes away from your house. Like, stop. You've been ignoring me for weeks. Telling her he's going to be in the driveway. Like, this is...
It's some crazy stalking, toxic shit.
This is like some very intense behavior, to say the least. And she's trying to, like, calm him down a bit. She's like, I don't like crazy. I'm a grown woman. Stop that. If you miss me, then just say you miss me.
Just say that,
and he said, well, you could have just told me what it was instead of ignoring me. ignore me means pull up
Got
and
the nigga tripping. Usually the female, you know, but
find
I
me.
got a nigga
Of course
tripping.
I miss you. I had my hopes all up to see you, then no response. And she says, no, ignoring you does not mean you should pull up and try to find me. Stop cosplaying a crazy man because
I tell people that all the time. If I don't answer my phone, I don't mean gonna pull up to my
think that
house.
I like crazy people. I like peace and love. So I mean, again, yeah, there's news articles about her, you know, having
I
some
don't
crazy.
even like showing a bitch where I stay at, but we still go to a hotel or something. But you find out where the nigga stay at, then be popping up, and then you answer the door. Now they breaking your windows. Like, nah, it get crazy.
The altercations with
toxic.
her ex-boyfriend. So maybe Lil Baby seeing this, and that's why he thinks she likes crazy, right? And again, this is all alleged. This could not even be Lil Baby, but she posted this whole message and tagged Lil Baby in the post.
This day and age with AI and the internet, you don't know if that shit was true. Like, nigga could fake messages. You could fake a lot of shit.
Never heard Lil Baby speak on this, but he continues here. At this point, you can't like peace and love. That's all I've been trying to give you. So explain to me why you suddenly cut me off. Maybe I won't come to your house if I get an understanding. This is Lil Baby saying this to her. She says, I'm going to be honest. I didn't cut you off because I don't F with you. I just felt it was disrespectful on my end to take it to that point of sharing my body with you when I used to mess with Boat. Boat is Lil Yachty, who, if you guys didn't know, is signed to the same record label as Lil Baby. So she continues, I don't know your relationship with him.
And Baby and Yachty is cool.
Not that type of woman.
Well, at least
Lil Baby says, well, I definitely respect that on all levels, but at this point, it's too effing late for all that. And Boat my little brother, no matter what. It ain't that type of situation, though.
At least he wasn't down talking Boat and like, man, fuck Boat, da. He kept it real, man. That's my little brother. We still gonna be cool no matter what. We ain't gonna let you come in between us. That's what he's saying. He like, bitch, he ain't fuck with you no more, so he ain't tripping. And we probably talked about it. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, this was the real. This was better than like Young Thug response and shit and Young Thug pillow talking. Like, this was how you supposed to handle shit. You hear me? You thinking you gonna get him out of, I thought I was gonna see him get out of character and go, man, fuck, man, ain't worrying about no Yachty, man. You talking about but nah, he kept it clear.
Late for all that. And Boat my little brother, no matter what. It ain't that type of situation, though. I've told Boat that I'm on your body, though, not since we've met, but before we met,
talked
when
about
I seen
it
him
already.
with you, and I told him that's my dream woman. And she just completely shuts it down.
That
She says,
boy said, man, that's my dream woman. Bitch, you the one for me. You hear me?
it's not too late. Like, it's not too late for the fact that, you know, I used to be with Lil Boat. You know, you could back off. It's not too late here. And he says, no, it's definitely too late.
Used to be. You not with him no more, so that ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't get you pregnant. Y'all ain't got no children. Y'all ain't married. It's fair game. Real talk.
Already attached. You want to put Boat in a group message so I can confess my love?
Look, he'll tell you.
No.
Tell you we talked about it. It ain't no sweat. He'll say, handle your business.
And he keeps going crazy. He says, you know, I wouldn't do that, but that's how serious I am, though. We're too grown for you to be cutting me off. Like, come on, how are we too grown for that? And she says, I'm in a space right now where I'm keeping my body to myself, so unless you want a really good friend, there's no point in continuing to speak. Lil Baby says,
you're supposed to take that. Yeah, man, we could be really good friends, and then, you know, you still ease your way in there. Start taking out all the days, like, let's go out to eat, shit like that, and then, you know,
I want everything whatever you
eventually.
come with. I'm confused as to why you coming at me like this, though. I ain't come at you on no sex stuff. I'm really trying to get to know you, like, deeply. And at this point, he says he's 2 minutes from her house. He says he knows, you know, her people.
The whole time y'all talking, that first nigga was like 10 minutes, 20 minutes away. But you talking, but now I'm 15 minutes. Now I'm 10. Nigga, you ain't. I'm 2 minutes away. I'm about to pull up. I'm at your door. Answer the door. What up?
Find her.
What up?
This whole people, so he knows how to find. And at this point, he says he's 2 minutes from her house. He says he knows, you know, her people, so he knows how to find her.
I'm stalking shit.
This whole conversation is very strange to me. But this is where it gets crazier, all right?
So she's saying she ain't never gave him the address. He ain't never been to the house before. They ain't never smashed. They ain't never did none of that. She's saying she ain't never even fucked him yet. She ain't gave up her body. And he going crazy like this? That's wild.
So she's being very dismissive this entire time, right? She's saying, like, I don't want any relationship if you're just looking for a friend, whatever. But, like, you know, I used to mess with your friend, Lil Boat. Like, I don't feel comfortable with all this. Cool. And he's like, I'm pulling up on you. Why you been ignoring me? You're my dream girl. I told Lil Yachty that the first time I saw him with you. He's like, he's going above and beyond, right? So I guess she figures, like, all right, maybe I could finesse this guy, right? He seems to really have a knack for me. So she says, if you help me get my dream car, you can have me for
Nigga said, if you help me get my dream car, she one of them. See, I had high hopes for her at first. Thought she had some standards and shit. But I see the game plan. She like, fuck, I already told you what it is. Used to be with your friend. She kept it solid on her end. She like, you gonna keep on persisting me, then let me get something out of it, man. You like, buy me the car and then we go,
Ever.
But if he jumped on that, then that's crazy.
And so Lil Baby replies, that's like the easiest thing you could have said. Like, come on, that's easy. What kind of car is that? And so now she starts to give him what he wants, right? Some affection. She goes, I'll cut everybody in the world off if you get me that car. I'll delete Instagram. Lil Baby says, and I mean forever. You know exactly what to say, huh? And guys, this is where she drops the absolute finesse bomb, saying, Rolls Royce Cullen in 2025, and it can't be a striker or a Porsche GTRS 3 2025 in pink.
Nah, she was supposed to say, and it gotta be in my name, not your name, and it gotta be paid off. That's how you supposed to be thinking. That bitch gotta be paid off, and that bitch gotta be in her name. Cause if it's in his name, they can take that bitch back, repo that bitch, stop paying the note, all type of shit. So
guys, these are $500,000 cars.
You ain't
guys.
that smart. He'll buy you the car, but that bitch gonna be in his name for sure. You gonna take that bitch back whenever y'all done for sure. Track on that bitch, everything. You know what I'm
making
saying?
demand. She has constraints on it. It can't be a striker, right? So he's laughing at this. He's like, see, you've been dealing with some real BS.
Bum
if
ass
striker,
niggas.
like, ain't gonna lie, that's an insult. And she says, my ex was a scammer. I've been with him for a few years. I def was used to BS. Lil Baby says, yeah, see, I don't know nothing about that life at all. And I love that you're smart. You went to the highest cars in the market. Heart eye emojis. Guys, this is crazy. If this is real,
crazy.
This is crazy, right? Because you saw what I saw, right? Like, she makes it very clear to Lil Baby that she doesn't really want much to do with him, right?
She let him know, I don't want you. So as long as she kept it real up front. So you still want to pursue?
Then the light bulb goes off in her head. Oh wait, maybe I could just convince this guy to buy me
some money.
A half a
I'm
million.
pretty sure Yachty was the same way. It was like a trick on some desperate ass shit. Never had a real bad bitch like that till he started getting paper and then got the money and now he got a whatever she want. But I don't know what type of car she in now, but I bet he bought her the last
$15 car. And Lil Baby is like, yeah, you're smart. You went for the highest car in the market. I'm happy to get it for you. He says, I'm usually a pink slip type of guy, but you picked the big stuff. I'm going to have to get you a little note, a little car note, like a little loan on it. But it's definitely
$500,000. You couldn't do that? You know what I'm saying?
Today. He's ready to buy her a $500,000 loan on it. But it's obtainable today. He's ready to buy her a $500,000 car today. And then he asks her, so we're getting somewhere? I have the down payment part. He's ready to drop the down payment on this freaking car today. And
he's saying, I'll give you the money and let you go get the car yourself.
Wants is some loyalty from this.
That's actually good on her part because she could get it in her name and all that type of shit. But that's just
OF model. He says,
did it ever happen? Did the exchange ever happen? Did she get the gift? Did he buy her the car?
Nobody's seen you shaking your behind. Just shake it for me. And she says, okay, well, then you'll have to pay for the car and then we can do that for real. And he says, that's easy, mama. And then he wakes up a bit like, oh wait, like how did she, just
you have
automatically
to pay the car off and then I can do that for real. I don't think dude just read that right. You got to pay the car off and then we could do that. That was what she said. She didn't say we got to get the car. She said you got to pay the car off and then we could do that.
I'd buy her a $500,000 car for her love, right? So he says, damn, you must have heard bad things about me, right? Like you heard I'm a trick or something? Like how did you even get to the point where you're asking me for this car in order to remain exclusive with me in a relationship? And she says, no, I don't
think he understand. They haven't been in a relationship. She's saying we ain't never fucked. So it ain't to remain exclusive in a relationship. They not together. He been wanting her. He on her body. He been chasing it down, but he never got her. That's the thing. She's saying that they never hit.
You can make things possible that a normal person can't. She's playing him, but he believes it. He says, okay, I'll take that. Now, guys, it gets worse with Lil Baby and these different models, all right? He keeps getting himself into trouble. So another woman who sells spicy pictures and videos, Lil Baby calls her, trying to get some from her. And she's in the car with what seems to be her man, maybe a friend, who knows. He's got a firearm on him. You can hear Lil Baby on the phone, and she's trying to arrange actually meeting up with him. While, again, keep in mind, this guy on video is sitting there with a firearm on his lap in the car. So, again, it just poses the question, why is a rapper of Lil Baby stature getting himself into all these situations that we've just looked at? And it keeps getting worse.
Lil Baby's thirsty ways have got him in trouble after an OF demon put him on blast. Considering he's a major rap star, you'd assume Baby could get any woman he wants. However, it turns out that he's still capable of simp-like behavior after the OF demon named John Morant revealed that he had been trying to buy explicit videos from her.
All right, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna be doing in the beginning.
But I ain't never got no pictures and video though.
You did. You want me to send you a screenshot?
Yeah, this nigga sound desperate. This nigga sound like he ain't get no bitches. Like, what's going on, gang?
Please.
This nigga said, but I ain't never got no pictures and screenshots and shit. Like, but I'm hearing you gave some of my partner numbing.
Afterwards, she agreed to meet up with him, and apparently things went
She
left
not even
quick.
bad.
When the multi-platinum
At least that
rapper
bad, I don't
discovered
know.
that her baby daddy was outside waiting in the car. With that, he freaked out, called her a bitch, and deleted all of their previous messages to try and cover his tracks. While Jaw came through with the receipts, it actually turns out that this isn't even the first time that Baby had his sights set on an OF model. Earlier this year, Baby's willingness to go above and beyond to try and get with e-girls was revealed when a creator named Wo Senpai dropped DMs to reveal that not only had they slept together, but that he paid off her Porsche for the pleasure. After slept together, but that he paid off her Porsche for the pleasure. After 2 incidents like this, you can imagine that Lil Baby is wondering how to curb more embarrassing leaks.
All right, now after this, we start hearing from DJ Snackademics, who, listen, I'm not going to say he's the best source for this type of stuff, but I don't know where he would even conjure up this type of lie, if it is a lie. Like, you know, when something's so outrageous,
Went from saying he don't wear jewelry to buying a little small jewelry that you could tell that it's still real to now he just big and flamboyant with the jewelry they be wearing now.
Can't be a lie, because it's like, how could this person have even thought of something like this? So Academics basically says that, again, remember how Lil Baby, he hangs out with Michael Rubin, all these white parties, all these billionaires, whatever the case is. He apparently, according to Academics, proposed to them that they should create a pill that would stop men from having the urge to, how do I say it on YouTube here? Pleasure themselves.
Spicy.
So according to Academics, Lil Baby told these guys that he has a bad addiction to pleasuring himself. He's gotten himself into bad situations from pleasuring himself, as we've seen in the different screenshots allegedly and the videos here in this video. His corn obsession or addiction, that's gotten him into some trouble, according to Academics. And I mean, we could see he definitely has an infatuation for these type of models.
These are regular
There's absolutely
people who
nothing wrong
just
with
stumbled
that,
across the bag, you know what I'm saying? And once they get the bag, they start putting on this image like they bigger than the program, but just when it was just in the hood, down bad, looking dirty and shit, like, yeah, we didn't forget.
Kind of interesting that he says he pleasures himself 5 times a day and wants to create a pill that would, stop the urge from basically happening. And I agree with
Never
him.
heard that
This
man
is a horrible
say that.
habit. I'm
He
sure a
said
lot
that
of you guys in the
publicly. It's
comments
crazy.
will agree. Like, it definitely messes with your mental when you're too deep in that rabbit hole, right? So I don't see nothing wrong with this. It's just kind of crazy that, all these different things are coming to light simultaneously.
Was that
This is not for the fans. I just want Baby to know I've been laughing at this shit for 2 days straight. Baby calls him somebody of notable power and influence and a lot of money and tells him he has an idea for a company for a pill. Chat, it's going to sound so crazy. You're only going to understand after you now think about every rumor you've heard about him. They said Lil Baby said to yo, I want to invent a pill. Like, again, this is how these rappers are. They're stupid, right? Yo, I want to invent a pill to stop men from off. I swear.
Now this coming from Act saying that he heard that Lil Baby said this. There's no proof that Lil Baby ever said this. This is coming from his enemy. And niggas just supposed to believe that, and people probably did believe it, but that's
promise
crazy.
you. Y'all gonna think I'm lying. I promise you. He tells this that he wants to invent a pill to stop men from off. The person is like, okay. And he then goes on to tell, I promise you. He tells the person that he has a addiction. I'm not lying, y'all. It sounds like I'm lying. That's why I keep saying I'm not lying. And he
it definitely
saw 5
sound
times
like
a day.
you're
I
lying,
promise.
but it definitely could be true.
I couldn't believe it. But I believed it. So I couldn't believe it, but I believed it because it made sense with all these like stars I keep saying that they're exposing him for pictures. I'm like, why does this guy need pictures? So apparently Baby tells these little elite guys in the Fanatics Festa little conundrum or whatever that he has a addiction that he beats off like 5 times a day. And he thinks a dope business would be to create a pill to stop men from beating off. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The mere fact I heard about this, they think it's stupid, okay? They think it's stupid. But I think they listen to it and be like, oh, yeah, that's new. Yeah, that's new. So when I heard it, I said, I don't even think he said that, like, because I think they were like, maybe he was trolling, though. I'm like, nah, he wasn't trolling. It makes sense. Ja Morant, he was begging for pictures for. She's a star. He watches, probably watched her perform a lot of times. He wants some material to walk off to. Makes sense. Yo, send me the pictures. I want to, whatever. Now, again, I'm not clowning him like as a man, like, yo, because do what call everybody do. But it was just funny to me.
Now, guys, beyond this is just really one of millions of things that academics has said against Lil Baby to try and smear his reputation. And the rabbit hole goes deep here. So remember how I said that Lil Baby may have not been the best idea to diss academics a couple times on his album back in 2022? Yeah, academics was going in on Lil Baby for years after that. But this is where things get crazy. We would come to find out in January of 2026 that back in March of 2025, academics had actually had an encounter with one of Lil Baby's associates or assistants, and this guy would allegedly try and attack academics. Now, I'll let this guy tell his side of the story first, and then we'll get into everything academics have to say.
I didn't see my man's in the driver's side. I seen him like academic. I said, where? Like right there. Yeah. So I looked. So I did. Hop out the whip. I push it on the man's politely, like, yo.
This Lil Baby man's telling the story. Yeah. Lil dude too, Lil homie. Don't even look like he bout any action, smoke, none of that. This nigga look like he's a streamer, but I don't think he is. But this nigga fall from a gangster or a street nigga. This nigga got out, checked act, smacked act, made act pull off. Moral of the story.
Bro, I ain't trying to talk to him real quick. He like, it's up to him.
So y'all just trying, you trying to chop it up with him like on some normal shit? Or you trying to like tell him about like the shit he been doing?
Feel me?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
He won't let me get past him. So I just moved the other way, walked to the front. I said, yo, bro, the shit you be saying on the internet, like, that shit be crazy. Like, you be violating, bro. Like, nah, bro, me and him, what's his name? Cool, da-da-da.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, nah, he be lying. So security is a driver. So he already green already. Once the security guard do a driver game, you asked out.
That means that the driver, the security guard is already in the car ready to drive. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody outside the car protecting act. Dude at the window talking to act, and once dude here ain't hearing what he wanted here, nigga smacked him. Whack, and nigga pulled off.
Yeah, you gotta move tack.
You can't. How are you moving tack and your security guard's a driver? That's not tack.
Shit. Ain't nothing happened to him.
Huh?
I say ain't nothing happened to him.
That's when he said something. Bro, I swear to God, right hand of God. I smacked the shit out of him. I smacked the shit out of right hand of God, bro. I smacked the shit out of him.
You smacked academics.
Yes.
I believe it. You seen how Ack responded and how emotional he was after the story came out, talking about, I tried not to talk about it, but since you want to bring it to the internet, yeah, nigga, I bet you didn't want to talk about it because you know you got smacked. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was about to cry having a rant going off on dude, calling him Lil Baby, weed roller. He just was like, he was so emotional. His eyes was watery, and I was like, yeah, he got smacked. He for sure got smacked.
I smacked this nigga game.
Nigga smacked him.
His man's outside.
He pulled off.
Oh, so that's what hate you. Cause I was like,
yeah,
bro,
that's nothing. Nigga left his mans. Nigga was with people. Nigga got smacked. And that man, pull off. Left his people he was with.
Oh,
crazy.
Listen.
I believe it.
Man's recorded video. Listen, but this fuck here, y'all know he was just there at the fight.
Wait, zoom in. Wait, scroll it. AJ. Oh my God, that is AJ.
I pressed up on him.
Yeah.
I pressed up on him. He ran straight to 12. They left AJ. How you leave your man's game?
Oh, Ag. What?
So he be on the ground. I could be on the live talking shit like they ain't gonna touch him. I already touched you, guys.
Bro, nigga, I already touched you, gang.
Next time, brother. But come on, gang.
See, that's why. And I was wondering, bro, because I'm like, bro, why is he going so hard on you? I'm like, y'all must
just follow me, like my pictures and shit. Like, nah, gang. Like, and then look, follows me like weirdo, gang. I don't get it.
Oh shit. He probably wanted to talk to you in Discord. I didn't know you slap Act. What the fuck?
This nigga.
What page that is?
Follow me.
See, that's Grand Wizard right there. That's Grand Wizard.
Oh, whoever that, I don't give a fuck. I said, I guess you don't remember what happened last time you spoke on this shit, huh? Bet.
Wow.
I don't know why they're playing with me, gang.
So
I get it though.
All right, so now we know. All right, so now we know exactly why he said what he said when he was reacting to the shit, because we was like, bro, it was like, bro, did he do something to him? So y'all had some shit, you know, you pressed up on him, you smacked, ran. AJ was outside, ran at 12. All right, we got that part. All right, boom. Act. He could join the call later if you want him to. Like later though.
I don't want to talk.
Like
Ain't
Act gonna come on in a minute on the internet and admit, yeah, I got smacked, but we handled that nigga. We packed him out.
I don't be doing the internet shit. I be on the stream. I be on the school stream shit. Like that's why I'm really already contemplating with you doing this and that. But I'm gonna fuck with you.
Nah, no, I'm just saying. Yeah, I appreciate you. I just want to like, you know, the internet just they say a whole bunch of other shit. So like, how did that shit go down? Like, when you was on the phone with her, like what was that whole shit about though? Because like, it's already on the internet. You got no choice but to clear up your name and shit.
So basically, I shot a trailer, right?
Yeah.
I shot a trailer for my stream shit. I about to start streaming and shit. And during that time, feel me, Ty seen some shit on my phone, her. But he just seen a call log.
Wait, what you mean you seen some shit?
What word?
So, Academics, keep in mind, has never actually brought this up, right? In fact, he was actually reacting to a lot of Lil Baby's music quite positively when his new album in 2025, Wham, had came out. This was in January, but then by March, apparently this attack happens. Now, we only hear about it by January of 2026, the following year, from Lil Baby's assistant. But once that guy reveals this information, Academics points the finger at Lil Baby, saying that, you know, your little weed roller, your assistant, whatever, he jumped out the gate talking about this, and he's making it seem like this was an attack on behalf of you. Like, the guy came up to me being like, why are you talking crap about 4PF, about Lil Baby's organization, and then tried to slap me. Academics is like, all right, if this is an
nigga
attack,
got mad and took it out on everybody but the person who smacked him. Nigga wanted smoke with everybody but the nigga who smacked him. The nigga who smacked him is a little nigga. I said this was a big nigga, big dog or something, and you scared of him. This night, this
on behalf of you, like you wanted to get your mans to come and slap me. All right, I'm gonna go crazy on you, especially since he just exposed this thing, right? So Academics goes absolutely nuts.
Those three
nuts
for me.
First, he says that, you know, back in early 2024, Rod Wave, another artist, had tried to get Lil Baby and Academics to make amends. They got on the phone, they chopped it up, everything was good. And then after that, P from QC, the record label that owns Lil Baby's music, they allegedly, according to Academics, paid him $30,000 to not give any negative criticism about Lil Baby's upcoming album in January 2025, Wham, for the first week of its release. Now, again, like I told you guys earlier in this video, it all comes full circle. That 2022 album where he was dissing Academics,
it really was affecting niggas' sales and numbers, talking about their first week sales.
Get such a good, you know, critical reception. The fans didn't love it, right? And Academics, because he got dissed on it, he was very quick to
act crying, don't cry.
Like,
hey, you see
and Academics, it didn't get so. It all comes full circle. That 2022 album where he was dissing Academics, it didn't get such a good, you know, critical reception. The fans didn't love it, right? And Academics, because he got dissed on it, he was very quick to crap on the project.
So this time he was so emotional, you hear me? It's like you could tell.
Round, they actually make amends, Lil Baby and Academics, right before his new album comes out, because they know they need, you know, the media and just the public opinion to be on Lil Baby's side. And they allegedly pay Academics $30K to keep his mouth shut, not crap on the project, so that fans don't, you know, automatically think it was mid. Spoiler alert, it was some mid. Academics would go on to roast it after that week was done, but he did take their $30,000. And he says all this to basically say he thought him and Lil Baby were good. They were on decent terms, but apparently they weren't, because Lil Baby had his assistant, or his assistant just on Lil Baby's behalf, try and attack Academics. And Academics goes on this rant. He thinks he's like Tupac behind a computer, but we all remember, right, that Saucy Santana made Academics cry. Just remember that as you listen to this.
But I can't take none. Nobody knows you. I'm taking everything out on Baby. So from here on out, what you said, I'm taking on Baby. You're his fucking weed roller, cameraman. P, don't call me no more. I'm gonna make an example. I promise. Watch. I ain't say nothing to police. I ain't say nothing online. I talked to your mans. I said, yo, we had a convo. You try to backdoor me after we had a convo when you cop. Now, I ain't even gonna say copped it, but I'll give that. You sent your mans to try to do some weird shit. He swung in he missed. You know what Baby said? Nah. So I said, okay, so it's a me and him thing then.
Nigga said and he
'Cause
missed.
if you think he operating on what you
Nigga
saying,
said he
but
swung at me and he
you talked
missed.
already.
How
and
could
you
a
saying
nigga
that
miss
you-
this nigga in the car? Nigga outside the car talking to you through the window. And you like this. How nigga gonna miss? Nigga swing, nigga smack, nigga hit you, and y'all pull off. I see that scene way more believable than y'all right here. Nigga swing, miss, and then y'all put. Come on, gang. That don't even
Never
make
do
sense.
that because you
That don't
talked
even
to me
make
with
sense.
Rod Wave on the phone. I said, whatever we gonna do, I ain't gonna talk about it. Bring that online. You swung on me. That's a fact. You ain't never touched me. I'm taking everything out on Baby.
Touch me.
So when y'all see in the next 18 months, and I'm gonna do my big one, and this is gonna be the finest
Sounds
job
like
I ever
an
did.
emotional female. I'm gonna do my big one. Boy, you just
Baby,
stupid ass.
remember I told you this.
He's
Lil Baby,
emotional.
remember I told you this. Dominique, remember I told you this.
And calling it
She just
like you know how females go to calling you by your real name and shit, by your first name. That boy said Dominique. Remember I told you he's an emotional bitch.
Your money's not welcome here no more. You swung a
That's
nigga
crazy,
that's up a
gang.
bunch of $1 million. I found out who you were that night. I called Baby the next morning. I found out who you were that night. I called Baby. I asked Baby if he know you. He says he know you. Baby, you sent something to me? What's poppin', nigga? Because we just talked. He said, nah, I ain't send nobody. I'm gonna tell the story.
The
I
dude said that ain't nobody sent them. He like, nigga, my people just told me academics right there. I remember Ak been talking crazy online about my man. I ain't know y'all talked on the phone and made up. I'm gonna go check this nigga. You hear me? Like,
bet. So you're not standing by.
Like academics ain't never told the world that him and Lil Baby squashed their beef, right away, put him on the phone. All that ain't come out until after dude came out with the smack thing.
Whatever the fuck he did. You saying he just swung on me on some
And
shit.
nigga would have think dude was capping, but Ak come out and say, oh, yeah, you swung on me, but you missed. Get the fuck out
That
of
is
here.
not
Nigga smack the fuck
what
out
you
you.
fuck
I
with.
believe it.
I'm not even a street. So I
Sure.
followed him. You know, I just want to see what he's up to. I never mentioned this online. This is why when y'all say, well, I don't respect rappers, I really think they pussy. Baby, if you want to fight,
Of course
you'll get
you're
in
not gonna mention it online if you the one who got smacked, nigga. If it was somebody else, you would have mentioned it online ASAP like that. If it was Lil Baby who got smacked, you would have talked about it. But since it was you, that nigga said I never talked about this online at all. But since you want to bring it up,
What's poppin'? Fuck your 30,000. Fuck whatever money you got going on. Fuck whatever song you got putting out. And you told me, you was like, yo, bro. You see, I don't deal with backdoor shit. When Savage put me on the phone with Meek, all right, yo, it's all hands off. I remember getting on the phone with you and
You
goddamn
still
Rod
taking
Wave.
shots at
You know what
Meek.
you said? Because I said, yo, I know P was supposed to do that. You know, you told me P don't got the rank for that. I ain't know you considered it or whatever. I bet.
Nigga said P don't got the rank for
Rod
that.
Wave
But
put us on
Rod
the phone,
Wave do.
change numbers. Yo, Ak, yo, listen, all right, I get your point of view. You
crazy
get my
work,
your
gang.
pussy ass assistant. You're not no street nigga. He assistant.
Actually
He a
emotional.
ball holder. He seen me. Baby, you sent a nigga to. Yeah, I'm trying to talk to you, bro. I talk to fans every day.
Remember when he got into it, Saucy Santana, that nigga came online crying real tears because a nigga said he was gonna fuck him in the ass.
Talk to people every day. Like, my nigga, I'm not no. Like, if anybody ever met me, like, I'm not like.
That was the funniest
like,
thing
what
I
the
ever
fuck?
seen
I put
on
it
the
out by like
internet. That
30%.
nigga crying
So fuck it,
real
I put it all
tears
the way.
because a nigga.
So it's good. I don't know
nigga
what
said he
energy
was
you
gonna
got.
do
So it's
to
good.
him.
He says to me, yo, man, and I was trying to talk to you, man. Like,
Bro, they just gonna like it gave Ak a whole segment.
so yeah, man, you was talking mad shit online. I said, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all, me and Baby cool, bro. We just talked. Now, let me tell you. 5 minutes later, I'm like, Tylil. They're like, yo, he only got to your window because Tylil, head security, he
Nigga
kind of
said
reached over. He
Tylil
like,
set him
like
up.
he
The
realized
streamer,
that
Kai
we're talking
Sinet
in
little
circles
partner.
because I'm
He said,
saying
man,
I
nigga
don't
set
got a
him
problem
up,
with
man.
Baby. We talked.
Nigga said
But my
Tylil
security,
came
he
to the
makes a
window to
decision
see
like,
what's up and
man,
then let
fuck
dude
all
come
that.
up. And
He
nigga said, ain't
swerves
even go
off
like that.
right when we're swerving off, and like, cause I'm talking to him like in the window right here. The dude swings in the window, never touches me.
Yeah, how you ever seen the nigga swing in the window and miss the nigga face? Nigga, come on, gang. You ain't got nowhere to
Tylil,
run, duck,
let me tell you
hide,
this: if
fake,
you
none
think
of
you
that.
touched
right
me,
there,
I hope
nigga.
you and all
Nigga,
Lil
touch
Baby
your
family
face.
dies. Nobody touched me because if y'all had touched me, I would have went up that night on Baby. I would have never forgiven. If a nigga touched me in music,
So a nigga swung on you, almost touched you, and you ain't go up that night. You try to make sure it didn't come to the internet, and that's different. Come on,
in
man.
rap, I would never forgive them. Why do you think I would ever forgive Lil Baby if because I'm gonna tell you, I do think
Keep
Lil
saying
Baby,
Lil Baby,
backdoored me.
nigga. It's the
My
little
security just
homie
drives off.
who did it. Be
He
mad at
swings
him.
into the car, he doesn't hit me. It's gonna just make it seem like I'm crashing out. If I'm lying, fuck everybody on their side, family, whatever, they could keep
Y'all
it.
hear?
Baby's
Moral
crew
of the-
just keep doing
I'm about to
stupid
say,
things
moral of
and
the
looking
story.
themselves into these horrible situations. I mean, the attack on academics, that's
That
barely
was the
scraping
last straw
surface.
that
Obviously
really
the
like
two unalivings of those 2 poor children
Fucked
from
with,
people who
Lil
were
Baby
actually signed as artists to
career.
Lil Baby. That's like exponentially worse, right? But all these different things keep stacking up where people in Lil Baby's crew just keep doing stupid things.
Now you got Ratlanta and all that, so it's like it ain't getting better. It's only getting worse for Lil Baby, Atlanta Thug, all these
Baby,
niggas.
because he is the boss of this organization that they're either signed to or affiliated with, he kind of gets blamed for it, right? I mean, he's shooting a music video in a neighborhood and a shooting happens because they're in quote-unquote rival gang territory, according to the, PD. So then in the investigation, they blame Lil Baby. It's the same thing here with, all this stuff that went down with Academics, right? He gets attacked by this guy, but because this guy's associated with Lil Baby, Academics assumes that Lil Baby was the one who sent him, and now Academics has been just trying to beg Lil Baby to fight him, right? And talking about his corn problem that he has. But here's where things take another dark turn. Lil Baby attended the 2026 Super Bowl, and after the show, he went to an after party. It was at this after party where Keon White, one of the players on the 49ers, got shot.
Damn.
Early this morning in San Francisco.
So
The
this
team
was the
says
last
defensive
straw.
end Keon White was shot
Damn, it's a new GoPro? That be look fire too.
in the ankle.
San Francisco
motherfucker.
police
I might gotta
confirming
grab
they did
that.
respond to a report of shots fired on Mission right near South Van Ness, 4 o'clock this morning. Police did not identify White as the victim, but the team has since confirmed he was shot.
According to police, officers responded to reports of a shooting following an argument that started inside of a business. No arrests have been made. A suspect has not been identified.
Now, TMZ reports 49ers Keon White argued with Lil Baby and crew before shooting, according to a report. Remember, the same pattern of Lil Baby kind of getting in trouble for the actions of the people around him continues to reemerge. And this case is a lot more severe in terms of consequence because Lil Baby was directly there, and this is obviously a lot more high profile. So if it's not the cops that are going to come to some conclusion, it might be the NFL themselves, because this guy's livelihood are his limbs, right? Are his body parts. He got
What happened
shot
with that? He
in
never
his
got
leg, I
charged, though,
believe.
huh?
That's also the disgusting part. Like, someone to do that, like, you're deliberately cutting off this man's livelihood by aiming there. But it's like, regardless, if the cops don't find out who did this, it's going to be the NFL that wants some sort of compensation over the situation. So regardless, Lil Baby's in a very compromised position at this point. And the TMZ article continues. The investigation into the shooting of Keon White just took a wild turn because of what reportedly happened between the 49ers, DE, and rapper Lil Baby before the shots rang out just hours after the Super Bowl. According to the San Francisco Standard, which says it's seen the police report, 27-year-old White and Baby got into an argument after the Grammy-winning rapper and his friends were turned away from the third-year pro's
Baby got a
private
Grammy?
event at a local San Francisco lounge.
A lot of niggas don't even got a Grammy, so shit, that's one shit. He could retire right now if he want to and say he did it all.
As for the outlet, a witness told police he saw the verbal argument and went to get help from bar staff before he heard 2 gunshots ring out. When the witnesses returned, he discovered White had been shot in the ankle area. Police arrived on the scene just after 4 a.m. and entered the club to investigate, discovering, quote-unquote, numerous scantily clad females picking up dollar bills that were strewn all over the floor. When cops made contact with White, the report claims he was uncooperative. Investigators retrieved footage from surveillance cameras at the scene and found an abandoned cell phone. They also located a 9mm and .45 caliber casing near the scene. Cops said in a statement that a preliminary investigation revealed a verbal altercation occurred between 2 groups inside a business. The victim was injured when the shots were fired, but
He talking about he separated 4PL, but nigga, I guarantee you he got the same group of niggas hanging around him. And that's the same niggas who was 4PF. We just not called the same things no more, but you still got them hanging around your circle. So it's like, it's still gonna end bad.
Social
nigga.
media posts and an event page show that Lil Baby was in the Bay Area for the Super Bowl, including a post from his own Instagram from a suite at Levi Stadium. But there's nothing outside of the news story linking the star rapper to the lounge where the violent incident had went down. So basically, Keon White, he had not, cooperated with authorities. He hadn't given up who had actually shot him.
Must be a real
And
nigga.
according to cops, there was an argument outside. Then gunshots ensued. Keon ended up shot, and eyewitnesses had said that it was actually Lil Baby's crew that had fired the shots when they were not let in to his private party, and they fired again at his ankle, which actually reminds me of what Selena Powell had said Offset was trying to do to Stefan Diggs with, you know, the whole Cardi B debacle, right? He said he was trying to shoot at his kneecaps. Really disgusting to, you know, deliberately plan that out, right? And Keon Whitehead got on Instagram to kind of give an update to everyone saying, "Thank you to everyone who has reached out with their prayers and concerns on my behalf. I've undergone successful surgery. For those who know me, y'all know this won't stop me from spreading peace and joy to the world. Full steam ahead. I'm in great spirits and ready to make the most of this off season." Now, I hope he has a speedy recovery. And for the shooter's sake, he's lucky that this guy is not speaking. If Lil Baby had anything to do with it, this could be one of the dumbest self-inflicted downfalls that we've seen from a rapper of Lil Baby's magnitude in history, right? This is someone who is supposed to be next up, someone who was supposed to be on top of the world, someone at one point.
I think they don't even got people who next up no more, because all the people who's supposed to be next up, like even Rod Wave was supposed to be next up. It's like a lot of people, and it's like they still doing their thing, but it's like nobody is that guy anymore. Like there's no specific, like Drake was supposed to be the one. There's no specific people who's that one person anymore. So it's like, you know, shouldn't have changed. Maybe it's just the time after COVID. I gotta tell people, man, after
Drake
COVID, this is another world. Post-COVID, it's a different world we live in.
Capabilities, right? It seems like a lifetime ago, but in my eyes, Lil Baby kind of always
Future been dwindling off. Like his shit ain't the same no more. Even though he had a good run and that was that nigga, his shit ain't the same no more. You hear me?
Had it like handed to him. Like he was a great artist. Don't get me wrong. I love Lil Baby's music from like 2017 to 2020, but at this
Baby was on 2017. Oh damn, Baby! That Baby been having he had a long
same
run.
Time, I never understood the whole he's the next Lil Wayne narrative, but that was what was being pushed for the longest time. The way they were talking about Lil Baby
right now, he just made 10 years in the game. Time been flying.
Thought he was making like Kanye West level albums, right? Like that My Turn album.
Kanye is not that cool. They give too much credit to Kanye. Kanye got a good couple hits, but I never really listened to a whole Kanye. Well, College Dropout was the last album that I really listened to from Ye. And then he got so many writers. It's like
that is still on the Billboard charts to this day. 6 years later, you would have thought that's like this generation's graduation. Well, he had all the hype, the narrative, the media, everything was in his favor. There was no controversy around his name.
And if it wasn't for this song right here, he probably would have fell off before then. Because this song right here is what took him to like different heights. And it like made it possible for him to be like a household name. Because this song made it so big and was all on the news and all that type of shit to where it was like, it turned him into that guy. You know what I'm saying? Then he had a few good verses. They were like, well, all right, he next up. But
straight good music, right? But now you have like the 5th incident of violence that could have potentially been caused by someone within Lil Baby's crew, while Lil Baby was standing right next to them, with each instance bringing Lil Baby further and further down a rabbit hole that could lead to a very dark demise.
Moral of the story, man, when you get money, man, make your crew smaller. Make it ain't all street niggas. If you gonna have street niggas, keep the street niggas, your business niggas, and keep that shit separate from the jump, from the start, as soon as you start getting money. But he was fresh out the street. He ain't had nobody to tell him no better, show him no better. You know what I'm saying? He was looking up to Thug and seeing how Thug running it. And you know what I'm saying? So, you know, just get your business right and keep that shit separate, man. Y'all hit the like button for a nigga, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's talk about it. Let's all get by it.
Do it, just do it for the boy, girl, do it.